What's up, everybody, and welcome to Read the Bible with me. I'm Stan Jr., and today we're looking at 1 Samuel chapter 19. If you're new here, go ahead and click the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell. You're going to want to be notified every time we post a new video, which is every single day. One chapter a day, every day. That's our motto. And so if you are a Bible Club member, I just want to stop and thank you first for supporting this ministry with $10 a month. If you do that, I'm so grateful for you. We're able to send Bibles to countries around the world and missionaries to countries around the world. And so by your donation, $10 a month, I'm able to do that through the Patreon account. So thank you for that. And you're so generous. And if you are a Bible Club member, go ahead and comment your white flag in the comment section below and like this video. Now, let's get started with this small chapter. 1 Samuel chapter 19. It says, "And Saul spoke to Jonathan his son and to all of his servants that they should kill David. But Jonathan, Saul's son, delighted much in David. And Jonathan told David, Saul, my father seeks to kill you. Therefore be on your guard in the morning. Stay in a secret place and hide yourself. And I will go out and stand beside my father in the field where you are. And I will speak to my father about you. And if I learn anything, I will tell you." Jonathan spoke well of David to Saul his father, and said to him, "Let not the king sin against his servant David, because he has not sinned against you, and because his deeds have brought good to you. For he took his life in his hands and struck down the Philistine. And the Lord worked a great salvation for all of Israel. You saw it and rejoiced. Why then will you sin against innocent blood by killing David without cause?" Saul listened to the voice of Jonathan. Saul swore, "As the Lord lives, he shall not be put to death." And Jonathan called David, and Jonathan reported to him all these things. And Jonathan brought David to Saul, and he was in his presence as before. And there was war again. And David went out and fought with the Philistines and struck them with a great blow, so that they fled before him. Then a harmful spirit from the Lord came upon Saul, as he sat in his house with his spear in his hand. David was playing the lyre, and Saul sought to pin David to the wall with the spear. But he eluded Saul, so that he struck the spear into the wall. And David fled and escaped that night. So Saul is up and down. He's right and left. He's moving all around. He's doing all these kinds of things, going back on his word, breaking his promises. And he's just really vexed with the spirit of hatred, anger, and jealousy, because he's understanding that David is his replacement. No one's told him that yet, but he's looking at the writing on the wall. He's like, okay, looks like this kid is going to replace me. So Saul sent messengers to David's house to watch him, that he might kill him in the morning. But Michal, David's wife, told him, "If you do not escape with your life tonight, tomorrow you will be killed." So Michal let David down through the window, and he fled away and escaped. Michal took an image and laid it on the bed, and put a pillow of the goat's hair at its head, and covered it with the pillow with the clothes. Excuse me. And when Saul sent messengers to take David, she said, "He is sick." And Saul sent the messenger to see David, saying, "Bring him up to me in the bed, that I may kill him." And when the messengers came in, behold, the image was in the bed, with the pillow of the goat's hair at its head. Saul said to Michal, "What have you deceived me, and let my enemy go, so that he has escaped?" And Michal answered Saul, "He said to me, 'Let me go.' Why should I kill you?" Now David fled and escaped, and he came to Samuel at Ramah and told him all that Saul had done to him. So David is going to Samuel saying, okay, I thought when you anointed me, I did not think this would happen. A lot of times when we get appointed for a new job, that's what anointed means. It means appointed. when you get anointed or appointed for a new job, new position, a new level in life, new place in life, and you're like, all hell broke loose, everybody's mad, everything going wrong, you got to understand that if God would have told you that these things would have happened while you got promoted, you would have never sought or prayed for the next step in your life. And so God is very careful about what he allows us to know ahead of time. And this talking about ahead of time, let's read what's about to happen here in verse 18. So he fled and escaped Saul, and he and Samuel went and lived at Naioth. And it was told Saul, behold, David is at Naioth in Ramah. Then Saul sent messengers to take David. And when they saw the company of prophets prophesying, and Samuel standing as a head over them, the Spirit of God came upon the messengers of Saul, and they also prophesied. When it was told Saul, he sent other messengers, and they also prophesied. And Saul sent messengers again a third time, and they also prophesied. Then he himself went to Ramah, and came to the great wall that is in Secu. And he asked, where are Samuel and David? And one said, behold, they are at Naioth in Ramah. And he went there to Naioth in Ramah, and the Spirit of God came upon him also. And as he went, he prophesied until he came to Naioth in Ramah. And he too stripped off his clothes, and he too prophesied before Samuel, and lay naked all that day and all that night. Thus it is said, is Saul also among the prophets? You see, every person that prophesies isn't a prophet, because God did this, number one, to distract Saul and get him off track, because he was going there to kill David. And another thing, that when you receive a prophecy or see a prophet prophesy, or somebody prophesy, it may just be the gift of prophecy that comes on them for a time. Because this man, his life was all out of whack. He wasn't a prophet of God. A true prophet of God has character, integrity, and loves the person that God is allowing him to prophesy to. Okay, and so Saul he's none of those characteristics. But God does this, and he gives him the spirit of prophecy. So just be careful about who you're listening to and who you're following that are calling themselves prophets. Chapter 19 of 1 Samuel, that's what we just read. I'm excited and thankful for all those that are reading with us. We're reading almost a year now. We're continuing to read the Word of God every single day. All right? And I pray that as we do this, the Lord will bless you. I know he will. And so thank you for reading with me and keeping me company. If you would like to become an official Bible Club member, please click the link in the description and help us send more Bibles and more missionaries to people we will never meet until we get to heaven. All right? God bless you. Until next time. Peace.